That game, we didn't do enough. There's a lot of plays we left out there on the table as we continue to get better, especially with the injuries we have that we need our young guys to step up and make. Whether it's boxing out and coming up with rebounds when you get a stop, not complaining to referees when you think you get fouled, knowing that this team is excellent in transition. Give them credit for scrapping. This is the third straight home game they've been in had a double-digit deficit in the fourth, and they came back and won all three of them. So give them credit for scrapping that out. But we left a lot out there on the table that we could have just handled our business if we took care of.
Is there anything that stands out the most in those final 5 minutes when you go up 15 that kind of irks you?
No, I mean it's things that we've been talking about. It's things that happened to us in the game that we already addressed in the game. Second chance points. They had 15 at the halftime. It was one of the main things we talked about. We get a stop, and then Shumpert runs right through our lane and grabs a defensive rebound. We're up 3 at that point. We talk about don't complain to the refs. You play, I'll talk to the refs. You get back. Cruz thought he got fouled. Was slow running back. They get a transition bucket. So. The frustrating part is it's things that we can control, things that we're better. We've already gone through that. We should have learned from it, but we had to pay the price tonight for it.
Was it a recurrence of the cramp for Lonzo, and you didn't feel like he could go back in with it?
Yeah, I said, let me know if he can go. The first time they said he's good to go. The second time I didn't get it. So.
That shot doesn't go in at the end. All we're talking about is your young guys stepping up in the absence of LeBron. What did you see from them in terms of kind of seizing the moment they had up until maybe the last 6 minutes?
They stepped up, especially the way Sacramento came out and punched us early. This is a high-powered offense that can get you going in front of their crowd here. And I thought our guys, mainly Zoe early on, responded to that challenge, and they were out there playing like veterans. When guys were coming in, Kenny was playing great defense, and Josh had a tough first half of foul trouble, and he found his rhythm in the second. So, yeah, you're absolutely right. That shot doesn't go in. Everyone's impressed with the way they played, and I still am. I told them they played great tonight. But it did go in, and that happens in the NBA. And the point that you learn is you don't let it get to that one shot. I mean, guys in this game are really good. They can hit crazy game winners like that. Take care of our business before it gets to that, and we don't have to worry about whether fadeaway 40-footers go in or not.
Is there something to the idea that you guys have been trying to develop, the ability to perform in those clutch situations without LeBron? Is there something to the idea that these guys are still kind of finding that process without LeBron?
Yeah, absolutely. All young players are, and I think with him being hurt, this is the first close game we've been in that he's not there. If LeBron James is playing in that game, it probably finishes a little differently. But that's what we have to get. That's what our guys were doing last year. But when you get the best closer in the game on your team, then you rely on him to do that. But all that said, they still made enough. We made enough plays to win. We just didn't take care of little things, which has nothing to do with closing a game. As far as being a closer, it's rebounding, it's getting back in transition defense. Those type of things are what cost us the game, not having him at the end or that shot that Bogdanovic hit.
How do you want the flow to go with Lonzo and Ingram and Kuzma initiating offense, and how do you go about that? Well, just like what possessions where Lonzo's kind of running things or Ingram is? Or
the way Lonzo was playing tonight, I wanted the ball in his hands all the time. Unfortunately, he started cramping up, so we couldn't put that type of load on him. I thought Shumpert did a really nice job of getting up and under Brandon, and Brandon has to be better than that when guys are pressuring him, of moving the ball and then cutting through the lane as opposed to just trying to force the one-on-one action. I thought, there's a few times he got fouled, but you're not going to get those calls on the road when the other team is on a run. And, we'll continue to work on that and get better at executing in those situations. But guys got to be ready to step up and make plays.
Do you know what the cramping could mean for him tomorrow?
I mean, hopefully he can play. We need him. He was really good tonight, so I'm sure the training staff will be pumping him full of liquid and icing him down today, and we'll find out tomorrow. And if he can't go tomorrow, then